Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Achua, and in this video I want to introduce some new releases, upcoming ones. Some are already on the market, some are on pre-order, and I'm excited but also a bit overwhelmed at this point, especially when it comes to Paris Corner. For example, they just released Vaux Patisserie, which hasn't even hit a lot of markets. And there's a tease of another one that is upcoming. There's just a tease from their, I think, Instagram account, and a whole lot of other newer releases. So there's one from Lattafa. I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I feel very indifferent. And okay, so let me talk about the one from Lattafa, which is going to be Yara Candy. It's known as Yara Candy. The notes for Yara Candy are green mandarin and blackcurrant at the top. There is strawberry fizzy candy and then gardenia in the middle, and then sandalwood, vanilla syrup, musk, and then amber at the base. As of today, there is no news as to what this one is inspired by, Yara Candy, but people are sort of speculating that it might be Lee's Rock Candy, one of their latest releases. But when I check the note structure for the Lee Sugar Rock Candy or whatever the name is, and I compared it to the note structure for Yara Candy, they don't really have anything in common. They have very few few notes in common. So it's sort of maybe you just want to throw us off with the note structure, but then when it is released, probably it will be the same thing. I know it's on pre-order on Lattafa USA, so if you're in the US, you can check Lattafa USA's website for that, and pre-order it, and fingers crossed I'm getting this fragrance. And I feel like I'm getting this fragrance just out of obligation. I'm a little over the Yara line. I tell myself I'm never picking anything from the Yara line, but just out of curiosity, out of obligation, because I have a YouTube channel, I sort of, feel like I need to update my audience. I'm going to pick up Yara Candy. I'm going to do it, but it is not something I'm super excited about because all the Yaras have been a little lukewarm, a little less than stellar. I've decluttered my Yara 2s. I still have my OG Yara. I don't know why I still have it. I still have my Yara Moi, and I don't know, but there is now Yara Candy, which has those delicious gourmand, sweet, fruity notes. So probably it's going to be a good one. I have high hopes for this. I'm just giving it the benefit of doubt. I'll give it like one last try for any Yara flanker. So that is going to be that one. Then I move on to Afnan, and Afnan has already released this fragrance. I think it is quite, it's not, it has been released, but I haven't seen it, widely distributed yet. I know it's going to hit the market very soon, but this is Souvenir Blooming Bliss from Afnan, and this has been reported to be inspired by vanilla powder from Matière Première, and I have a video where I spoke about vanilla powder. I will link it in the description if you have not seen it. I spoke about it, compared it to three fragrances that I have come across, which are going to be Vintage Radio, Caramel Cascade or Eclair, and then one more. There were three fragrances. I'll put it up here somewhere. There were three fragrances that I sort of feel if you could put those three together, Middle Eastern fragrances, and sort of, fine tune it, it's going to give you something in the region of vanilla powder. So I'm excited about Souvenir Blooming Bliss from Afnan. I think for that one, I'm excited. I want to pick up a bottle because when I tested the vanilla powder, it was a good one. Nothing too special, but it is a good one. So I'm sure I'm going to get that Souvenir Blooming Bliss from Afnan. And the bottle is spectacular. Those Souvenir line, the bottles are spectacular, but this with the black and the flowery, I think pink or reddish flowers at the top, it is so beautiful, so beautiful. So I'm going to get that one. Then I move on to Paris Corner, and Paris Corner, I'm so mad at them because they just came out with Vaux Patisserie and people are complaining that they don't even have access to that. They don't know where to get it from, and they've teased us. There's a tease on their Instagram for a fragrance that I think they have named Juicy Melange or Melange, Juicy Melange. And Melange is like a cocktail. And from the ad that they are placing, it looks like it is a strawberry cherry. They say summer wine, so a strawberry cherry sort of, cocktail, and they have labeled it summer wine. So I'm excited, but my pocket is not excited. I'm a bit overwhelmed with Paris Corner at this point. I feel like I can't keep up, but I still want to keep up. I buy a lot of these fragrances out of like obligation, and now I don't feel like I need something per se, but I guess feel like, oh, you have a YouTube channel, you are obligated to speak about them, so I'm okay with that. I have come to accept that. I'm okay with that, so I probably I might get that, if it's made available or if it is released, because I think this one has not been released. The juicy Melange is not being released. I think they are now advertising that we should watch out for that space. So Paris Corner, juicy Melange, exciting but overwhelming as well. Then I move on to another trio from Paris Corner, and this, it's available. I've been able to sample one of them. I have a decant of one of them here that I got from Tells Perfume GH, my friend. And it's the line has 3 fragrances, which are Mango Bliss. Okay, this is the Mango Bliss, and for Mango Bliss, it has mango, ginger, red berries, and then lemon at the top. It has coumarin, woodsy notes, jasmine at the middle, and then oud, amber, cypriot oil, and then musk at the base. And I remember the day we tested this together, we're trying to find out what it is inspired by. So Thelma and I did a whole lot of work together at a shop, and we look at the note structure and everything, and we're able to connect it to Stefan Humbert Lucas God of Fire, exact same note structure with the mango, ginger, red berries, lemon, coumarin, woods, jasmine, oud, cypriot oil, musk. Every single one of them, is the same exact for God of Fire, and there's been a lot of mango scents that have been released in the last couple of years, including the Ajaib Dubai, the Lattafa Lane, the Mango Punch, even Tropical Kiss from Fragrance World, in most recent times. There's been a lot of them, and I have a few of the mango scents. I've been able to try a few others that I don't own, and this Mango Bliss does not smell like anything I have come across. It smells like an unripe mango. It is not ripe, but there is a zesty, fresh, lemony quality to it, which is very beautiful. It feels very refreshing. It's like a refreshing mango lime lemony cocktail. Nothing too syrupy and dense, but more of a bubbly, zesty, effervescent mango scent. That is the best way I can describe Mango Bliss. I haven't tried the OG, which I believe, or Thelma, I believe, is this fragrance is inspired by God of Fire, from Stefan Humbert Lucas, whatever the name is, that is what we think it is, because there's no structure and everything, the same thing. But this is a good one. The very dry down reminds me of something completely different. It reminds me of Kajal, Lamar from Kajal, which has pineapple and rose, and Kajal or Lamar has this powdery, musky quality at a dry down, where the pineapple fizzles out and you're left with something more musky and rose. That is the same vibe I get from the deepest dry down of this. It feels much more musky, much more, there's a powdery sort of rose quality at a dry down, which is so beautiful. It doesn't smell even like exactly as it is from the beginning. The dry down is completely different and it's so beautiful. The dry down will not give you a predominant mango, note, but it gives you a powdery, slightly woody, musky vibe, which reminds me of, Lamar. It puts me in the mind frame of Lamar, and so it has the red berries just like Lamar does, and I think that is the only thing they have in common, or a few other notes that they have in common, but this is very beautiful. So Mango Bliss from Paris Corner, I have a decant of this and I'm super excited about it. I think it is full bottle worthy if you love mango scents, so this one. Then comes in Sweet Surrender, which I am yet to pick up a decant or test it myself, but Sweet Surrender has the notes of sugar, red berries again, mandarin oranges at the top, at the middle we have the woodsy notes, vanilla, cacao, spicy notes, and then at the base it has tonka bean, amber, musk, and woods, woody notes. And the note structure points in the direction of a fragrance we already have on the market. If we say red berries, cacao, vanilla, if you're familiar with Billie Eilish's yeah, that fragrance, or even Nebras, because I have not tried it myself, but per the notes and from my vendor who has this fragrance and she has tried it, it points to the direction of Nebras or those, Eilish fragrance. So probably if you have that, you might want to skip this, but according to her, there is a bit of a twist to this. This one is more intense, which reminds her of something that I have been praising a lot on this channel, Dal Al Shuyuk from Dal Al Khalij, so I'm super excited to try this fragrance, Sweet Surrender from Paris Corner. I'm super excited. So if I'm able to try it and it smells exactly like Dal Al Khalij, from Dal Al Shuyuk from Dal Al Khalij, I'll let you know, so that at least that will be a replacement, because that fragrance is quite hard to come by. I think it has been discontinued or something, so it's quite very difficult to find. So that is going to be Sweet Surrender, also from Paris Corner. Then I move on to the third in the series of that particular line, and this is Black Cherry. So for Black Cherry, we have the notes of cherry, raspberry, bergamot, and then woody at the top. Then there is praline, heliotrope, rosewood in the middle. Then there is tonka bean, patchouli, vetiver, and then incense at the top. And this, I have not smelt it. I have not smelt it, but it's been reported to be inspired by KLE's Love First Burning Cherry. That is what this fragrance has been reported to be inspired by. I have the sample set from KLE, which includes that. So I'm open to trying that. It is not my favorite, but I'm open to trying that particular fragrance, so that is it. If you are, if it ever pops up and you are curious about what it is inspired by, it is KLE's Love First Burning Cherry. Okay, so the last three I have here are going to be from Emir, also associated with Paris Corner, but this is the Emir line, and for this we have three under the Cosmopolitan line, and these three I have seen on some websites already. I think I've seen it on Aroma Concepts, I've seen it on Triple Traders, if you're in the US, a few other websites that I think they have already been released, so you can check them out, but they are new. And for the Cosmopolitan line, we have London, and London has osmanthus and ylang ylang at the top. It has leather and musk in the middle, and then sandalwood, and then Virginia cedar. So I sort of perceive it to be something more masculine and more woody, like a woody leather sort of, nuance. So London from the Cosmopolitan line is available. There's also Dubai, there's Dubai, which has nutmeg and then cinnamon at the top. It has cypriol oil, olive badam, and then alga wood, black musk, and then saffron at the base. So it also gives me a more masculine, heavy, spicy, woody, vibe. So I feel that line is sort of geared towards men for the most part. So there's Dubai, and the last under this collection, Cosmopolitan, is going to be New York, and New York has coriander, cumin, petitgreen, and lavender at the top. It has labdanum, birch, jasmine, geranium in the middle. It has amber, cedar, vetiver, patchouli, and oak moss at the base, and it sort of gives me this sort of fougere vibes. Petitgreen is like quite heavy and herbal. I think the only fragrance with petitgreen I'm sort of, I know it's going to be like Sintra from Memo Paris, and then the other inspired by versions, I have come across. So it gives me a couple of the lavender and the labdanum and all those things, the patchouli, vetiver, oak moss, it gives me like a heavy fougere, masculine leaning, one, but I'm not too sure what all these three from the Cosmopolitan line are inspired by, but they give me masculine vibes for the most part. So these are the 9 fragrances. There are so many fragrances out, but these are the 9 that I wanted to bring to your attention today. And out of this 9, I have a decant of the Mango Bliss. I'm very satisfied with that fragrance. The dry down is very beautiful. Even the opening and everything is very beautiful. I'm sort of contemplating whether to get a full bottle or not, but I'll see what's up. It's next, before I know where to put my money, because I'm trying to be a bit strategic with my spending and everything, So I'm trying to see which ones are upcoming and then know how to buy my things, or how to plan and budget my purchases, So I'm excited about Souvenir Blooming Bliss. I'm excited about that. I'm skeptical about Yara Candy, but I feel obligated to have that fragrance, at least to try it, and bring it to your attention. So definitely I will pick it once I see it, available. And that's what I'm super excited about, So that is going to be it for today. If there's anything upcoming and I think it is interesting, I'll let you know. But for now, these are the 9 that I wanted to share with you today. And I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I hope to see my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.